Now, Lee, I know that you've spent a lot of time studying the body. Do you have any idea what type of problem that she might have?
So I have to admit that I heard this case before and I made the diagnosis before. So
Hold off, Lee.
if you notice, do you want me to hold off?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Let's get somebody else involved.
Oh, sorry. What caused the pancreatitis?
It's got to be related to the Alka-Seltzer.
I can't really hear you, Carol. It's tough hearing up here.
It's got to be related to the Alka-Seltzer, hypernatremia or something with a bicarbonate.
I think that's an excellent thought, Anita. Anita's my partner, so there's a chance she has seen this case
Anita
before.
doesn't want to give the answer out because she knows the answer. So I think Carol's on the right track. So we'll look for metabolic changes and see what's happening with all her extra medications that she's taking, because she obviously does not have gallstones. She's not alcoholic. So those two major criteria are gone. So we look at the rest of her labs. What do you have for labs?
The acoustics are rough up here, but I have no doubt that what you said was brilliant and right on the money. So if you remember to medical school, and some of us don't, this is a patient who had what you were taught about hypercalcemia, stones, bones, groans, thrones, and psychiatric overtones, and she had all of these complaints: biliary, bone pain, nausea, vomiting, polyuria that I left out of the evaluation, and coma. And her calcium level was off the charts. So this patient had Purcher's retinopathy secondary to pancreatitis due to hypercalcemia. And hypercalcemia causes acute pancreatitis by pancreatic secretory block, intracellular zymogen accumulation, and acinar cell injury. And at this point, Larry Yanuzzi, somewhere in this front row, and he's saying it's just another case of Purcher's retinopathy caused by pancreatitis secondary to hypercalcemia. And no, Larry, it is not, because this patient had hypercalcemia as part of a triad that also included renal failure and metabolic alkalosis. This was the reason for the coma. As Gandalf once said in The Return of the King, how did it come to this? Well, this is a patient who had trouble with her parathyroid gland, so she took calcitrol and calcium carbonate. From a metabolic point of view, this will increase and possibly cause hypercalcemia. Hypercalcemia results in an increased sodium bicarbonate absorption, but she was also taking all of that Alka-Seltzer. This results in a metabolic alkalosis, which results in enhanced calcium absorption. So it's a positive feedback cycle. And that is how this patient wound up in a coma. So it's not just Purcher's retinopathy associated with pancreatitis caused by hypercalcemia. This is a patient who had Purcher's retinopathy secondary to pancreatitis caused by hypercalcemia as part of the milk alkali syndrome associated with self-medication. Now, this patient did improve somewhat visually, and this is her photograph 1 month after presentation. So, as Bill said in his lovely introduction, this is just a case you'll probably see this week. Thank you.
Rich, a quick question. Can somebody really get this from drinking too much milk by itself?
No.
No.
So
How'd the
in
name
the
arise?
days before there were good therapies for gastric ulcers and indigestion, people took massive amounts of Alka-Seltzer and calcium things as antacids, and this was not that rare.
All right, we're going to move on. Rich, great starting point.